Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Sean. Hello, Isabel. I'm doing alright, thank you. I wish people would quit putting out spoilers for next week's SmackDown. There are people that want to watch it. I didn't know this, but apparently Gold Rush Part 2 was also taped because somebody, I don't know who, but somebody on Instagram posted images of Gold Rush of the week where Kalani Jordan was defending her title, and somebody posted an image of who won. Not gonna spoil it, but I now know who wins because someone spoiled it. And also Wikipedia also had the title on. Because Wikipedia also did it as well. Yes, Gold Rush and next week's SmackDown is taped because of Thanksgiving. Understandable, I guess. Hello, greetings and salutations, everybody. And welcome to WWE Evolve. Tonight we've got some action-packed action tonight. Here on Evolve, we've got a huge main event. Sheamus, Shawn Spears and Shawn Legacy will all fight in a massive triple threat to determine who will be the next challenger for Dean Franklin and the Evolve Championship. And also after being very disrespectful to Natalya, the real deal Zeta Steel meets Natalya one-on-one. If you saw them, then you know who the Women's War Games Advantage match was. I didn't see the SmackDown one, I saw the NXT one. I only saw the NXT one, I didn't see the SmackDown spoilers. Sexiest woman alive. Dun 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 dun. I love you too, Isabel. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Women's Evolve Champion, Lucy Wright. I'm Andy Thompson, and I'm alongside Eva Marie and Maria Kanellis, as always, providing extra commentary. Well, looks like we're kicking things off with your girl, Andy. All right, let's focus on what's going on. Come on, we know you want to. The Evolve Women's Champion is here. Evolve Universe! Your sexiest woman alive is in the building! Lucy's hot. No, she's not. Lucy's hot. No, she's not. Oh, yeah. Oh, so all the ones that are saying I'm not hot are all clearly jealous of me. I mean, who wouldn't want a piece of this? Who wouldn't want to have the sexiest woman alive standing right next to them? I know deep down all of you would love me to walk out of this ring, pick one of you out of the crowd, and give you a little bit of a smooch. But I'm not gonna do that. Just look at my title. This is all I've ever dreamed of, being a champion. I beat WWE Hall of Famer Lita. I proved that I am better even a 50-year-old has-been who was trying to remain irrelevant. And it's proven fact that Trish Stratus is better than her because, well, Trish won a title and she did not. So I'm going to make this very clear to all the girls in the locker room. There is no girl on this roster that is going to take this championship from me. There is no girl that is going to step up and try to take my title. I have been told that I will defend my title at the NXT Great American Bash show. And personally, I don't care who's the one that wants to step up and take my title, because I'm just going to prove without a shadow of a doubt that I am better than everybody on this. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be interesting. It's Rachel Pierce. It's Rachel Pierce. Anyone, you said, Lucy? Rachel, 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 Rachel. Anyone? I mean, come on, Luce. I think we all know the answer to that. I mean, I did beat you in Tough Enough. So I could always beat you for that as well. Yeah, well, who became a champion first? I did. I guess it proves sometimes it's I was the runner-up, Luce. I was the runner-up, Rach. And I guess it pays to be the runner-up because I get more TV time than you. To be honest, Lucy, I liked the old you. I liked the old you, Lucy. Despite that you were kind of annoying, I find this version of you pretty stupid. Rach, you know damn well you got handed that Tough Enough win because of that story you made up. You wanted all the judges to feel bad for you, so you made up a fake story that you were poor. That you had a poor family. You wanted all the judges to feel bad for you. That was not a fake story, Rachel. That was pure real. That was a pure real story, Luce, and you know damn well that is true. And yes, you did win a title before me. You did get more opportunities before me, and I will admit that. I didn't live up to the expectations, and I admit to that. I didn't live up to expectations, but you know what else I lived up to, Lucy? I lived up to hard work and dedication. I was on the cusp. I was on the cusp of being released. I was on the cusp of being told that I was a failure, and I was on the cusp of being released. But I was told to go back to the Performance Center and get better and improve in the ring. I wasn't good in the ring, and I will openly admit that. So they told me to get my ass back in the Performance Center and start working on the things I needed to improve on, and that's exactly what I did. I busted my ass off. I worked hard to get to where I am. I am more comfortable in the ring now than I was a year ago. I feel more comfortable now than I was a year ago, Lucy. Rachel, 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 Rachel. And Lucy, at the Great American Bash, I am going to beat you, and I am going to take your championship. Because it's time that I live up to my potential. You lived up to yours. So now it's time I live up to mine. Rach. I didn't need to be a Carmella or a knockoff Tony Storm to get over. Oh. Look at this! And Lucy Wright takes a swing, and now Rachel Pierce throwing right hands at Lucy Wright. Lucy tried to attack Rachel, but Rachel now's got the upper hand on the Evolved Champion. And look at this, looking for the piercing, and Lucy Wright escaping. Rachel was looking for the piercing, but Lucy Wright able to escape. How dare you! How dare you! Rachel Pierce clearly stepping up to the plate. It looks like Rachel Pierce wants a crack at the Evolved Women's Champion. You will never have this! You will never have this! You're not good enough to have this! Rachel Pierce and Lucy Wright, long-time rivals. And honestly, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be interesting. Lucy Wright. You're shocked I'm not watching Full Gear? I will be. I'll watch it later. But honestly, it's going to be loads of fun. Yeah, I think this feud's got all the potential to be big. But now it's time to get to the action in the ring. I could be. Out of all the other deserving talent on the roster, they picked The Miz to replace Sheamus. Why not Joe Hendry or Jimmy Uso or Rey Fenix? Yeah, why couldn't they have picked someone who wasn't in the tournament? But no, they picked someone who was in the tournament. El Grande Americano! Ole! 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 And his opponent, El Grande Americano. I think our ring announcer means Chad Gable, Come on. Oh, come on, Andy. That is clearly not Chad Gable. Ole, 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 ole. That is clearly not Chad Gable, Andy. No one has ever found any evidence to support that it's Chad Gable. I mean, come on, look at the body structure. The Miz got eliminated. Yes, he did. Am I waiting for Mercedes' match? I could be. But as I said, I'll watch it later. Oh my god, yes, I know how all this works. I'm being babysitted on how to play the game again because the game... I'm being babysitted on how to play the game again because it corrupted. And Josh Briggs into the cover and a kick out by El Grande. No one has found any evidence to support that this El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. Well, El Grande Americano, or whoever the bloody hell he is, came pretty close to winning the Speed Championship. But it was Javon Evans who would walk away with the gold. And now look at this. Smart strategy here. Smart strategy here. Look at this. Yeah, smart strategy. And now Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs now trying to get to the rope. But able to power free. He was able to power free out of it. Oh! And now into the cover again, and a kick out by Americano. This is Americano's first appearance here on Evolve. Hopefully more of many. Oh, hopefully more of many appearances. Oh, Josh Briggs rams himself into the corner. And now El Grande. Oh! And now El Grande going after. Yes, Miz got eliminated. They should have put someone who wasn't in the tournament as Sheamus' replacement. But nope. We got to have the Miz. Because who the hell asked for the Miz? Because we want to see the Miz versus John Cena. Who the hell wants to see the Miz versus John Cena? Seriously. Their matches were terrible. Do I need to talk about their WrestleMania 27 match and how awful that was? And now El Grande. Well, El Grande's clearly got something up his sleeve. Well, that's the thing about El Grande. He likes taking it. He likes playing dirty. He likes taking advantage of every situation that he finds. Now where the heck is El Grande going? Top rope for Mr. Akano and a moonsault. El Grande now starting to build momentum. You can feel the momentum now shifting in El Grande's corner. And now cover on Briggs to retain the title. Sorry, not title. He's not a champion. Yeah, wake up there, Andy. Sorry about. And now look at this. Oh, grabbing the ankle. Oh. And El Grande going up to the top. And El Grande. Oh, what on earth was he doing there? I have no idea, and he completely missed. I have no idea, and he missed completely of whatever the heck he was trying to do. And now Briggs, top rope. Wow! Holy moly! Briggs! What athleticism! Oh! Main evented one of the worst WrestleManias and only had 0 title changes. Yep. And now El Grande with a diving headbutt. Americano gets the win. Ole, 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 ole. And El Grande picks up the win. Here on Evolve. An impressive win for El Grande Americano in his first appearance here on Evolve. Yep, he did main event one of the worst WrestleManias. If you saw my good and the bad video where I went over everything in 2011, you know, I would have talked about The Miz main eventing that WrestleMania, and it was definitely one of the worst manias. The only highlight of that show was Randy Orton and CM Punk. That was really the only highlight of that show. Can you believe her, Otis? Can you believe Rachel has the nerve to interrupt me? I know, very rude of her, isn't it? I'm gonna make her pay. I'm going to make her regret ever wanting to mess with me. Because if there's one thing that Rachel needs to learn, is to never mess with me. Otis, you've definitely been disappointing me as of late. I hope you'll be able to make up and make things better soon. I will. Don't you worry about that. You better, Otis. 'Cause you don't want the consequences, do you? No. Well, Lucy Wright obviously not very happy over what has transpired earlier. I mean, can you blame her though? The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Making her way to the ring, Carly Bright. And her tag team partner, Kendall Gray. Carly Bright and Kendall Gray set for tag action against the former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Maxine Dupree and Carmen Petrovic. And their opponents, the team of Maxine Dupree and Carmen Petrovic. Hopefully they put Carmen in 2K26. Please make her a playable character. Please make Carmen an actual playable character. I would appreciate that, please. And here we go. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Yes, I know what. Yes, I know that. Thanks, game. See, it's the game's fault I didn't win that exchange. The former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Maxine Dupree and Carmen Petrovic were looking to get back on track after their championship loss to Trish Stratus and Big Tiffany Powers. Yeah, they would love. Yeah, you know they would love to get back in the title hunt, to get another shot at the titles. We all know that's what their goal is, to get another crack at the titles. And a big Hurricanrana, very impressive. Tag made, and here comes Kendall Gray. And now a headlock. And now a headlock. And Carmen now able to get out of that. Maxine able to get out of that. Tag made to Carmen. Kendall Gray now in trouble. Oh, the former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions would love nothing more than to get a win here and get back into the title picture. And look at Carmen go, and Carmen just unleashing her fury on Kendall Gray. The fury, unleashing all the fury. The former tag team champions. Big splash by Dupree, and a big splash by Dupree. And now, oh, look out. And now Maxine. Oh, wait a second. Oh, look at this. Kendall Gray. Oh, look at this. Kendall Gray turning the tables on Dupree. An ankle lock. An ankle lock on Dupree. Well, Dupree's used to ankle locking people. Dupree's the one who does the ankle locking. Oh! But Kendall turning the tables a little bit there on Maxine. The last time we had a wrestler with the name Dupree, his name was Renee. And he would carry around, and he would have a French poodle. And his theme song would go, dun, 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 dun. And he was a part of a tag team called La Resistance. Or La Resistance, as they called it. And now Maxine Dupree now finds herself in trouble here. Oh! Maxine with a nice counter. Maxine with a nice counter. And now what does Dupree have in mind? Oh, nice! Nice arm drag. Nice arm drag. And now Bright in trouble. Fisherman suplex. And Kendall Gray saving things. Although I believe he wasn't really French. No, I don't think he was. Just like how Jinder Mahal isn't really Indian. He's actually Canadian. Big clothesline. Carly Bright now in trouble. Carmen with a knee. Oh wow, big boot right to the mush. And now Maxine has Bright, and look at this, and look at this here. Oh, and Dupree dropping Bright, and there's the win for Dupree and Petrovic. Here are your winners, Maxine Dupree and Carmen Petrovic. Oh, that was a much-needed win for the former tag team champions. Absolutely, that was the confidence booster that the former tag team champions needed after losing the tag team championships. Maxine Dupree and Carmen knocking off Carly Bright and Kendall Gray. And doesn't he still hold the record of the youngest tag team champion of all time? Because I think Rene Dupree holds the record of the youngest tag team champion of all time. I think he was like, what, 19, 20? Because I know he won the tag titles at a really young age. Because I know he had some kind of record. My guest at this time, making her return, Danny Palmer. Hi, Danny Palmer. First of all, welcome back to WWE. How does it feel to be back in WWE? Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome to be back. I know I've been out of action for a while with an injury and all that stuff, but I am here and I am back and I am happy to still be. You still work here? You still work here? Ronda sucks. Ronda sucks. I think that Nicholas kid broke it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he would have. So you're telling me you still work here? Honestly, I thought you were gone. Oh, that's real cute coming from you, Rhonda, who's working on Evolve. You know, you know, Danny, I could make things easy for you, or I could make things really difficult for you. I can either break your arm and send you back into injury, or I could make you look like $1,000,000. Honestly, you don't scare me, Ronda. I'll be honest. If I was staring at the Ronda Rousey who was Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, I'd probably be a little bit nervous. And probably really scared. But this Ronda, I don't fear for a single second. Oh yeah? Well, I'll fix that. I'll make you fear me, Danny. Try it. You know, you're not even worth my time. Thought so. Anyway, Steve, thank you for the interview. I'll just let you know that I've got my eyes on that speed title that Angela has. I'm looking to win some gold now that I'm back. Okay? Well, thank you for your time, Danny. That is true. That Nicholas kid would have broken it. The only way Nicholas's record will ever get broken is if they have a 5-year-old win the tag team titles. We need to have a baby win the tag team titles now. Nice to see the return of Danny Palmer. Honestly, honestly, Ronda's reaction is pretty accurate. I'm surprised she's still here too. The following contest is set for one fall, making her way to the ring. She is the rapper of the century, B-Fab. The what? The rapper of the century. Hey, don't laugh. Hey, you shouldn't laugh at that. B-Fab is a great rapper. Just look at her when she goes off. She's very good at the rapping. Or she may be good at rapping, but I wouldn't really go that far. And her opponent, making her WWE Evolve debut, Cora Jade. Well, this is going to be exciting. Cora Jade making her Evolve debut. This is going to be her first appearance on Evolve. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Cora Jade has signed exclusively to NXT. She's decided to leave the main roster behind her and to come back to NXT full time going forward. And due to her association with NXT, she's now eligible to appear on Evolve. Well, it's nice to have an extra pair of talent, I guess. Cora Jade is a great talent. Absolutely, Cora Jade's a great talent. It's good to have her a part of the NXT/Evolve brand going forward. And B-Fab, who's been on quite a bit of a roll herself since this new change of attitude, this new change of character for B-Fab. It's really made her stand out a bit more. And I think B-Fab's really coming out of her shell now. Oh, skater drop. She's really coming out of her shell. And you like to see it. I think B-Fab could maybe tone it down a little bit with the rapping and the insults. I don't think she should turn that down at all, Eva. She's doing a great job at getting the fans to be annoyed at her. Welcome to the generation of B-Fab! B-Fab sucks. B-Fab sucks. B-Fab sucks. B-Fab sucks. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait a second here. B-Fab getting a little bit ahead of herself. Cora Jade was able to surprise her with an inside cradle. Some also call that an inside cradle. And now B-Fab back in control on Cora Jade here. Look at this now, choking, strangling and choking her with her boot. Gotta say, Randall Gibbs is the luckiest man alive to have a girl like Cora Jade by his side. And you know, I think that's the weirdest thing. That is the weirdest thing. How can a geek like Randall Gibbs score a girl like Cora Jade? Well, sometimes I guess you just get lucky. And Cora Jade with a crossbody. And now Cora Jade now starting to build momentum. And now Cora Jade building momentum now. And now Cora Jade is starting to build the comeback. And Cora, oh, nice move! Cora with a nice move on B-Fab to score the win. Oh, and B-Fab just gets the shoulders up. Very close. Oh, man! And B-Fab with a kick right to the face. Oh, and Jade avoiding. And Jade avoiding. And B-Fab now gets dropped. Jade wins. B-Fab made one mistake, and Cora made her pay. They tell us sit down and be patient. I'm running through a wall. We are the twisted generation. Here's your winner, Cora Jade. B-Fab made a mistake. She hit her running pump kick. She could have ended the match, but instead she went up to the top rope and she paid for it. Yeah, she paid for it, and then the DDT on B-Fab, a successful Evolve debut for Cora Jade here tonight. Angela looks like she's got her eyes rolling at the back of her head. Hey, Angela, did you hear that Danny Luna call you out? Yeah, yeah, I heard her. Wants my speed title, please, she's not in my league. Hey, Jack. Hey, I got a match with Brad. Good luck out there, okay? Is it okay if you come out there with me, Angie? Sure, I guess so. Yeah, I'll be out there with you, Jack. She's a joke. That Danny Palmer's a joke. She's not even in your league, Angela. I know she's not in my league, and I'll put her in her place. I'll put her in her place when that time comes. Sis, let me pound at Danny for you next week. I'll make her tap out and re-injure her. And I'll make her tap out and re-injure her. You know, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, she's injury prone. You know, I like the sound of that, Hermione. I trust you, you can get the job done. Jack, I'll be out there with you, okay? Great. I'll see you out there. Well, this is going to be a very interesting matchup, to say the least. Jackson Drake taking on his former allies of the Vanity Project, Swipe Right. Well, Brad Baylor. I won't give it away, but the women's advantage match isn't who you predicted. So it's not AJ versus Becky, huh? Well, good. They should save that for a pay-per-view. Jackson Drake prepared for singles action against his former allies. Piper Niven. And his opponent, being accompanied by Ricky Smokes, representing Swipe Right, Brad Baylor. Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes were not too pleased with Jackson Drake choosing to side with Angela Lee instead of being a part of the Vanity Project. Yeah, Zeta Steele was so upset over losing the Speed Championship. She told Swipe Right that the Vanity Project is over. She says we're all gonna go on our separate ways. Yeah, she was so upset that she told Swipe Right this Vanity Project is over. And Baylor and Smokes blame the dissension of their group on Jackson Drake. Well, Jackson made his own decision, and I guess you can say, Brad and Smokes didn't really accept his decision. You both suck. You both suck. You both suck. You both suck. Went for a sliding drop kick. The WWE Universe obviously don't like either one of these superstars. Make him pay, Brad. Make him pay. Well, there's one thing we can say. Ricky Smokes and Brad Baylor have proven to be quite the formidable tag team. Oh, wow. They're a very formidable tag team. They've scored big wins over Jay White and AJ Styles. And you know they probably want to get themselves in line to meet the New Day. Oh, double stomp right to the back. Right to the back of Baylor. This could be it. Oh, and Baylor holds on. And Angela Lee watching on at ringside as she and Jackson Drake have been building up quite a bit of chemistry. Well, Jackson Drake's got we've got to call it as it is. He's got a crush on Angela Lee. He's got a crush on her. He likes her. he likes her, okay? He's got a bit of a crush on her, and clearly Jackson Drake wants to hang out with her. Her sisters didn't trust her, and Drake has been doing everything in his power to show he can be trusted. And because of his actions, his whole friendship with Zeta Steel and Swipe Right have also been divided. And look at this. Wow, nice move. That could be it. Oh, and a kick out. That's a new one. I've never seen that one before. Very impressive move by Drake. Well, he is the first ever Evolve champion. When seeing this Jackson Drake model, he looks like Fandango. Yeah, he does. Especially the hair. Especially the hair. Yeah, the face and the hair makes him look like Fandango. Fandango, he forgot his name-o. Oh, wow. Big clothesline there by Drake. Big clothesline there by Drake. Oh, and Drake with a swanton. Look at that. Shout out to Essie Lee. And there's the win. A swanton bomb by Drake. And he picks up the win. Here is your winner, Jackson Drake. And Jackson Drake with the win. He rolls out of the ring as he celebrates with Angela Lee, the Women's Speed Champion. And the new Women's Speed Champion, Angela Lee, and Jackson Drake. Obviously having a grand old time. I think these two make a great couple. I think these two make a great couple. Daphne Shaw. I know for a while you've been wanting to know why I did what I did. But you see, I did what I had to do at Heatwave. I did what I felt was the right thing to do. And that was help my man, Dean, to become a champion. You know, Dean was right when when he told me that he had to go through so much adversity to get to where he needs to be. You don't understand what it means to go through adversity, Daphne. You were given a title run the moment you were able to come back from an injury. We all looked at your story. You went from having a career-ending injury to becoming a referee and to getting cleared and becoming a wrestler. It's a great story. But you see, Dean and myself, we had to go through so much to get to where we needed to be. So much grinding, so much hard work. We had to go through everything to get to where we need to be. Dean was right. He's been through a lot. And so have I. And Daphne, honestly, I'm sick of people talking about you. I am sick of everybody talking about how great you are. As if, like, the Cinderella story that you've been telling ever since you've come back. It's almost like people think there's still hope in your story. That maybe, just maybe, you will become a champion again. I'm a former champion, and people have forgotten I was. People have forgotten I was a former NXT All-Star Women's Champion. You want to know why, Daph? Because you're the one that ended that title. You're the one that killed the legacy and the lineage of that championship. And all the people that once held that title have now been forgotten about. Cassie Lewis is the only one that gets acknowledged as a former champion of that title because she was the first person to hold it. And you wanted me to be your tag team partner? Why? So then you could win a title? So then you could say that you won another title? I am not a tag team wrestler. I am not a tag team person, Daph. I never was and I never will. So Ruby Soho, I hope you enjoy your little title reign as North American champion, because if there's anyone on this roster that's going to take that from you, it's going to be me, the Australian natural disaster. Because it's time for me and Dean to do something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, and that is take over. Because nothing is going to stop me from exposing you, Daph. And I plan to do it. And I plan to expose you, Daph. And when I do, everyone will finally realize that you're not as good as people say you are. The disaster is coming. And this tornado, and this Australian tornado is going to bring in a nasty disaster that no one is going to survive. I'll see you soon, Daph. Sally Dennis sending a warning to her former tag team partner and former friend, Daphne Shaw. And here comes the real deal. The following contest is set for one fall. Making her way to the ring, the real deal, Zeta Steele. Oh, Zeta Steele ready for singles action. She takes on Natalya, the former Speed champion. And her opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya. Standing ovation for Natalya as she makes her way to the ring. Great ovation for Natalya. Great ovation for Natalya. And oh, and look at this! And Zeta Steele just jumped Natalya mid-entrance. Zeta Steele jumping Natalya as Natalya was wrapping up her entrance. Oh, the former Speed champion obviously wants to get back on the win column, especially after her after being humiliated on NXT and losing her Speed championship. Oh, and for a spin kick, and Natalya catches her. Natalya catches her. with a German and a leg drop. Natalya has said that she has not given up her quest on winning the NXT Women's Championship. She says that her quest does not end until she defeats Emily Bell and becomes the champion. Oh, wow! Zeta Steele with a nice combination, and Natalya gets the shoulders up. And now look at this, now a submission locked in here by Steele. And now Steele locking in a painful submission. And Natalya now trying to get out of it. And Natalya successfully getting free of the submission. Zeta Steele obviously determined, as we've talked about, to get back on the win column. Huh? Come on, Natty! And now look at this. And now another submission by Steele, and Natalya gets free. If anyone knows ins and outs of submissions, it is Natalya. If anyone knows the ins and outs. Oh man, suplex into the corner. Oh wow. Zeta taking a hard shot taking a hard suplex into the corner, and Steele with a nice counter. Steele able to avoid. Oh, big kick. That's right. Zeta Steele now bringing the momentum. Has shifted the tide of this momentum. Zeta Steele has shifted the tide here. Now Natalya, gets caught up. Oh, man. And a code breaker. Into the cover goes Steele to win this matchup over Natalya. And a kick out. Zeta thought she really had Natalya there. Looking for the I'm prettier. But Natalya able to block it. Natalya blocking the I'm prettier into the Natty by Nature clothesline. Cover on Steele and a kick out. Natalya now sensing victory. Oh, Michinoku driver. Natalya sensing victory. And now the sharpshooter. Sharpshooter on Steele. Sharpshooter on Steele. And Steele taps. Natalya with the win over Zeta. Here's your winner by submission, Natalya. Natalya with the win over Zeta Steele. A very competitive match, but in the end, Zeta Steele falls to the sharpshooter. Just like many other talent before them, Zeta submits to the sharpshooter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we can confirm this matchup is going to take place next week on Evolve. We're going to be seeing the return of Danny Palmer. Danny Palmer makes her return on NXT, and she'll take on Hermione Lee of the Lee Sisters. Well, it's nice to see Danny Palmer back in WWE. She was out of action for a while with an injury, but now she's back and she's better than ever. She's got her eyes on Angela Lee and the Speed Championship. But she's got to get past the eldest of the sisters, Hermione Lee. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is our main event. one of these three men will earn the right to call themselves #1 contender for the Evolve Championship. Who will be next in line to meet Dean Franklin? Will it be Sean Legacy, Sean Spears, or Sheamus? We're about to find out in our main event, and it's next. Triple S. I watched Yuki and Kaiba's duel in Battle City. That was like 6 episodes long, and it was satisfying to see Kaiba get his comeuppance and lose. Well, that's what the bad guy is supposed to. That's what the bad guys are for, I guess. The new Pokemon season, Horizon, that has that Liko girl in it. That new season has started. They're like 11 episodes in, and I'm just like, okay, like, I would start watching it, but I want to make sure that I just want to let the episodes pump out more before I start watching it. Because if I watch it all the ones they have now, I'll get impatient as I wait for other episodes. So I'm just going to wait until they pump out as many episodes as they can, and then I'll slowly, over time, start watching it. Because I did finish the other 2 seasons of that Horizons, and so far Horizons has been pretty good. It's a shame that they lost her head. A careless man will wind up dead. He wears your sins like it's some kind of prize. Too many lies, too many lies. And introducing next, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. And listen to this ovation for the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. What a reaction for Sheamus. Was that Horizons you sent me that had that Pokemon who had Pharaoh's voice? No, that was called Mystery Dungeon. No, that was called Mystery Dungeon. And introducing next, Super Sean Legacy. Not lobster head and too many limes. I know, like, for some weird reason, like, people like to say lobster head and too many limes. I'm like, that's not the lyrics. It's lost your head, a careless man will wind up dead. He wears your sins like it's some kind of prize. Too many lies. Too many lies. Those are the lyrics. Oh. Well, one of these 3 men will have the honor to meet Dean Franklin for the Evolve Championship. Well, Lucy Wright has already made it clear that she'll be defending her title at NXT Great American Bash, the next upcoming show for NXT. But the question is that where Dean Franklin will also defend his title? Well, I am pretty sure that is probably going to be his next destination. Sheamus. Oh, look at this. Legacy showing off his athleticism. Oh, and look at that. And Legacy now with a chair. And Legacy, oh, with a chair, and takes down takes down Sheamus. And now Spears now has the chair. Spears vows that he and his calling will take over NXT and Evolve. Well, the best way to start that mission is to become #1 contender for the Evolve Championship. We know Heather White and Izzy Dane will have their work cut out for them when they eventually want to challenge for Big Tiff. Yeah, they've got their work cut out for them. If they want a shot at the tag titles, they're going to have to get past Trish Stratus and Big Tiff. And Legacy getting caught with a suplex. Oh, man. Sheamus crashing hard. And Sheamus looks like he's in serious trouble here. Oh. And look at... Oh, and Legacy! Sean Legacy now interrupting things a little bit there, and Sheamus looks like he's struggling to move a little bit. Looks like his shoulder's having a little bit of issues. Oh, man! And it looks like Sheamus might be having shoulder struggles as he struggles to stand. Oh, look at this! Oh, the shambles! Sean Legacy with the shambles! Oh, and Spears! And Spears holds on. Spears holds on as... Wait a minute. The medical team... I think that's the medical team. They're checking on Sheamus if he's okay. You okay, fella? Yeah, I'll keep going. Looks like Sheamus doesn't want to stop fighting. Well, hopefully he's all right. Hopefully nothing serious has happened. Now Sheamus trying to get back into this fight, regardless of what's happened to him. Hopefully he's doing all right. And now Sean Spears. Oh! There's the bro kick. And there's the bro kick, and Sheamus collapsing. And Sheamus collapsing to the floor as he holds his shoulder. And now Legacy taking advantage of the bro kick. And Legacy gets another chance at the Evolve title. Here is your winner, Sean Legacy. Well, Sean Legacy becomes #1 contender for the Evolve Championship. Well, Sean Legacy gets another chance at revenge on Dean Franklin as Sheamus being checked on. And Sheamus now being checked on the outside as he's holding his shoulder. And oh, what the hell! And Sean Spears, what the hell was that for? Sean Spears with a steel chair, crashing it over the shoulder of Sheamus. Ah, look at this. And Sean Spears, what the hell are you doing? Get out of my way. The medical team are telling Sean Spears to back off, and Sean Spears now with the chair to the shoulder again of Sheamus. Sean Spears is attacking the injured shoulder of the Celtic Warrior. Oh no, come on. Don't do this. No, don't. Oh my God, he's got the chair wedged between Sheamus's arm and shoulder. Wedged. No, off the steel steps. Oh my God. Come on, back up, man. Back it up. Shawn Spears, proud of himself for what he did. The medical team and the referee is finally getting Shawn Spears away from Sheamus. Sheamus's shoulder is in a lot of pain. Is in a lot of pain after that. Shawn Spears is proud of himself. Shawn Spears is proud of himself. Well, hopefully Sheamus is okay. Well, we thought he was. Well, we were hoping he's okay, but I don't think he'll be okay after that. Thank you for joining us on Evolve, ladies and gentlemen, and good night. And why does Shawn Legacy look like he's got two eyes gouging upon his eyebrows there? That looks creepy.